I can't even lie, I have a doozy for y'all today. What's up, idols? It's Cece Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I promised I'd be back with another story time, and here we are. I just got this one in, and the way I ran to my phone to transmit it into storytelling format, girl, this is one thing that she wants me to say first. I'm sharing the story hoping to get some advice from more witnesses. I'm also going to include why this boy is so ingrained in me for what I assume you'll have to put on Patreon since it's about being digmatized. So yeah, that part of the story will be on Patreon, but the rest will be here, so fret not. Hopefully one day YouTube will chill about what's considered ad friendly and what's not, because it's not even so much about monetization, but if a video is deemed not ad friendly, it will be suppressed by the algorithm. It won't be shown to you guys. You won't get the notifications, it won't be shown to new viewers, and that's never good for a YouTube channel. So if you enjoy these story times, please do what you can to drive up the engagement. Comment below, especially because she's looking for advice. After you guys hear the story, hear her out, hear it till the end, and then offer your advice. Don't judge in the beginning, hear the full story, and then give us your take. Even if my voice irritates you, just let the video run in the background, because watching the video to the end means everything on YouTube. That's the watch time, that's the watch hours, that's how these videos get recommended to new people. Also leave a like, please, thank you. So yeah, a little bit of background. We're gonna call her Leah. She said that's her name. It's a pretty common name. Shouldn't isolate her too much, but Leah is an educator. That's what she studied in school. So Korea is like one stop. She plans to go to Japan, Thailand, and Spain. And she's actually not like a K-pop girly. She's not really into K-dramas. She says she likes Squid Game. She likes some Blackpink songs, but other than that, she's not in the rabbit hole like we are. She's not feral. So she went to Korea with the expectation of, I'm here for a job, I'm here to work, I'm here to gain some experience in my educator journey. She did a little bit of prep before moving. So she watched like TikTok videos about what it's like to be a foreigner in Korea. She watched some YouTube videos about what it's like to be a foreigner in Korea. But aside from that, she really wasn't expecting too much. And from what she gathered, is nothing she wanted to be part of. So yeah, aside from what she gathered online, she didn't really think she would like to date in Korea or get too attached to anything in Korea. Just pass through. Next stop is Japan anyway. So she was not on any dating apps, but she did have a friend, we're gonna call her Megan, who was. One night, Megan approached Leah like, hey girl, I met this guy on Tinder and he wants to go on a double date. He wants to bring this really cute friend. Problem is, I need to think of a really cute girl to like come with us or whatever. And at first Leah's like, oh cool, congrats. I hope you find somebody to go with you. Cause it ain't gonna be me. But it was clear that Megan was strongly implying that she wanted Leah to be her +1 to meet this guy's friend. And Leah's like, respectfully, no thanks. I'm not volunteering to waste my time. Megan is insistent. She's like, girl, please, I don't have many girlfriends. I definitely don't have many girlfriends who are single. Please help me out this one time. And she sweetens the deal like, I'll buy your food, I'll pay for your drinks, whatever we do tonight, it's on me. Just entertain my friend a bit. And at that point, Leah was like, say less, I'm in. And just like that, Leah and Megan are gonna meet with two cute Korean guys in Hongdae. So the plan is they're gonna go to Hongdae Street near the station, and they're gonna have some food, they're gonna have some drinks, and they're gonna do a little bit of clubbing. So naturally, Leah's like, okay, well, can I see what this guy looks like? You said he's cute, let me be the judge of that. But unfortunately, Megan's like, oh yeah, I don't have any pictures. Let me ask my guy to send some over. The pics never came through. So Leah was expecting the worst. She was like, I'm probably about to go on a date with Quasimodo. So Leah was definitely not looking forward to this night. She wasn't expecting much, but we moved and she's ready to get this date over with. So Leah and Megan were running late because they didn't know which exit to get off at. If you guys have been to Hongdae, like the exits are vast. You get off of one and you're in Narnia, like, wait. Megan let her date know, hey, I don't know where we are. And he said, okay, just stay where you are, I'll come and get you. So apparently Megan's date and Leah's date were already at the restaurant waiting for the girls to show up. So as they were standing there waiting, Leah saw Megan's date and was like, oh, damn, I get it, he is cute. His hair was dyed brown. He wasn't tall, but he was taller than them. And she really liked his outfit. She was like, yo, the boys here can dress, I'll give them that. But as this guy shows up, she's like, no, where's my Quasimodo? I don't see the other guy here. Part of her was like, did he just like stand me up? Can I go home now? But that's when the guy said, oh, he's at the restaurant, like still holding our seats. I just came to get you guys so we could all go there. Didn't want to lose our table. By the way, we're gonna call Megan's date Youngjae, and we're gonna call Leah's date Usung. So at this point, the suspense is absolutely killing Leah. She's like, I will never get to see what this dude looks like. I am expecting a foot at this point. It's also worth noting that Megan speaks Korean really, really well. Leah, not so much. You know, this is just one stop of many teaching abroad, gathering educator experience. So she learned a few phrases, you know, but she doesn't understand what they're saying right now. She's just like, cool, I'm just here. So they finally make their way to the restaurant and Leah can see her date Usung and she's like, Is that cute guy sitting by himself? Is that my date? Because I'm okay with this if it is. It was cute as they got to the table, he stood up and kind of like shook her hand like he didn't know if he should hug her or just wave. So they end up having like an awkward handshake. Then he gestured for her to sit down right next to him. And then she asked him if it's okay that she doesn't speak Korean. He's like, oh no, it's cool. I actually went to middle school in Australia. And she's like, that explains this accent that I'm hearing that I'm swooning for.
Now, yesterday was kind of a warm-up. I feel like round 2, I feel like we can go a bit harder than yesterday. Go harder for round 2.
So as she's talking with him, she kind of gives Megan this look of approval and satisfaction, like, girl, he is cute. They're talking, they're eating, they're enjoying each other's company. And again, Megan speaks Korean, so her and Youngjae are off in Korea land. And Leah's talking to Woo-sung in English. She thought he was really cute. She said he wasn't like tall, but he was taller than Youngjae. He was taller than them. He had glasses, he had dark hair, and he had like healthily tan skin. He wasn't pale, which she found absolutely refreshing because in Korea, you know, the beauty standard is pale, white is right. And he was a pretty skinny, lean sort of guy. So they ate a lot of meat and they split about 3 to 4 bottles of soju between the 4 of them. So they're buzzing right now. And she was surprised that her date paid for everyone. Like she didn't know if it would be the guy splitting, if everybody was gonna go Dutchy pay or daddle, but he paid for everybody. And because they were having such a good time with drinking, they said, you know what, maybe we should do some karaoke before we hit up the clubs and some bars and some lounges. And she was absolutely excited to hear Woo-sung sing, so she had some requests. The first song she asked him to sing was Careless Whisper by George Michael. And when they get in the room, he is performing this song for her. He was serenading her and it was clear that he was feeling all that soju. He's like holding her hand and singing to her and she's like, oh my God, this is way better than I thought it was gonna be. So while it's Megan and Youngjae's turn, she's sitting there talking to Woo-sung, they're giggly, they're kikiing, and she's like, I actually like this boy, oh no. She's like, he smells good. Even somehow after all that meat we just ate in the barbecue joint, I can still smell his cologne and he smells so good. He's close, he's talking to her in the ear. So one song she decided to sing was Bed Chem by Sabrina Carpenter. Wink, wink, hint, hint, little bed chemistry here. A bit of foreshadowing, if you guys know where the story is going. So after about 2 hours of singing and drinking in the noraebang, they decided to finally do some dancing. Officially in the club. And she was so excited because she's like, oh my God, this is like a proper excuse to touch him and be near him. So once they get in the club, like they're still facing each other, he immediately grabs her hips and they kind of sway a little bit. He's putting his arms around her and she said they were doing like a prom dance at first, but then the right song came on and she decided to turn around and like grind on him. Plus she wanted to see like if he could take a wine, if he could dance, you know, if he had some motion in the ocean, if them hips could sway, if they lied or not. So when she did turn around, that's when she felt something she wasn't expecting to feel. So he was wearing pants, not jeans or denim. Like it wasn't like a rough textured pant. It was like a pretty soft flowy pant, but she felt something with mass. If y'all know what I'm trying to say on YouTube. And that's when she was like,
oh, his dick is big. I know it. I know it's big.
And this is where she offered a billion apologies in this email. She's like, listen, I'm not racist. I was just ignorant. I had it in my mind that, you know, men over here were just smaller. That's just genetics. I didn't think too much of it. She had never dated an Asian guy before. She had never really talked to Asian men before. So she just assumed it was true and had no real reason to think otherwise. So when she felt all that mass from him, she was like, oh. So they were dancing for a bit, but unfortunately he wasn't like rhythmically gifted. So she decided to kind of like get him against the wall. So all he had to do was just follow, just let her lead. So while they're dancing, he's like bending down in her ear, telling her how sexy she is and how she's making him go crazy. And that's all the encouragement she needs because she wants to drive him crazy right now. It was at this moment that Megan and Youngjae came over and kind of killed the vibe because they said, hey, we're going to another club, let's go, Kaja. And what was cute is as they left this club, Woo-sung held her by the hand and like guided her up. And she's like, oh my God, we're holding hands. And as this went down, Megan gave this look to Leah like, girl, what did I miss? So they get to this new club and unfortunately it's not really a vibe for them. They don't really like the music. It's too crowded. They're not a fan. Megan and Youngjae wanted to stay though. So Woo-sung and Leah decided to tough it out, thug it out. We're here as the wingmen after all. So that is one thing they sort of trauma bonded over, how much they did not want to be at this current location. And it was so loud, they were just at least trying to talk to each other because they couldn't dance to this, but they couldn't hear each other. So they're just screaming conversations in each other's ears. After a while, Woo-sung said, F this, can you go outside with me? I'm gonna take a smoke break. So while they're out there, it's finally a little bit quieter, a little less chaotic. And this is the first moment they're like, hey, let's exchange numbers and social media, cacaos, all that stuff, because I definitely want to see you again. And he even asked to take a picture with her, so they have a cute little selfie together. By the way, now it's like 4 a.m. and Leah's like, listen, I'm tired. I didn't know I was gonna be out this late. And Woo-sung is also very tired. So when Youngjae and Megan emerge from the club, ready to go to the next one, they're like, come on, y'all. We had a lot of soju and I'm tired and it's late. Can we please call it a night? We'll do this again soon, I promise. So they agreed, okay, fine, we'll do another double date, maybe this weekend. And they parted ways. The two girls left together and the two guys left together. But unfortunately, in the following days, it became pretty clear that Megan and Youngjae didn't really hit it off. As Leah was trying to finalize the next double date hangout, Megan's like, oh girl, about that. Youngjae doesn't really reply, the vibes aren't really vibing, I don't think we're gonna meet again. So she's like, oh, but I wanna see Woo-sung and we kinda had this plan, the four of us, we already agreed to it. Leah felt some type of way, she's like, you can't entertain him for me like I entertained the other guy for you? Like, come on, now it's your turn to reciprocate. But it became pretty clear that she wasn't gonna budge, so she's like, oh shit. So she let Woo-sung know, she said, hey, I know the four of us are supposed to meet up, but it doesn't look like Megan and your boy hit it off too good. They don't seem to be interested in each other. So Woo-sung's like, oh, that's cool. You know, I can just take you out. We can go on a date one-on-one. And that was music to Leah's ears. There was a movie they had talked about both wanting to see. So they're like, yeah, let's go to the movies. Let's get some dinner. Let's just hang out. And there were some sites that she still wanted to see. And he's like, oh, I'll show you around. Don't pay attention to all the like tourist traps. Like there's some hidden gems here. I'll show you everything that's good to see in Seoul. After Leah told Megan, hey, it looks like Woo-sung and I are going on a date, Megan tried to warn her like, listen, you need to be careful with him. But at the time, Leah registered that as like a little bit of bitterness because things didn't work out with her and Youngjae, that maybe, you know, based on proximity, he would be a bad fit for her too. But you'll see that the warning may be valid coming up shortly. So they meet up on their date. Now it's just them one-on-one and everything's great. He's so boyfriend coded. He's like holding her hand, putting his arm around her. He's being cute. They're just vibing. He's funny and she absolutely cannot get enough of his Australian accent. She's like, should I add Australia to the itinerary? I need to go to Australia. Even when they went to the movies, he was all cuddly. She was like, oh my God, I love this side of him. And the best part, for this date and this hangout, they are sober. You know, the first date was really fun, but they also were a little bit buzzed. This time they're completely sober and it's still all vibes. They were talking about things you typically talk about on a first date, you know, like past dating experiences, what's your type, what are you looking for, what are your goals, things like that, you know? Like you want to get to know a partner and what they like and what they don't like. Bad experiences don't repeat the same bad experience. So Leah was definitely under the strong impression that Woo-sung was dating to find a girlfriend. Like he seemed like he wanted a girlfriend. He acted like a boyfriend. So the date carried into the night and they had dinner, and with dinner came a few drinks. And with the drinks, you know, Leah's mind reverted back to some more perverted thoughts before when they were dancing on their first hangout and the mass that she felt. She was kind of curious about that. Our girl wanted to sleep with him. So when he asked about coming to her place, she's like, oh, kind of being a little cheeky, like, what do you want to do at my place? Like, what's at my place that we can't just enjoy out here in the public, in the open? That's when their talk got a little flirty, a little suggestive, talks of going and coming, even screaming. Oh, yeah, they went there. So needless to say, they had mind-blowing sex. She loved it, hooked. She even called herself a fiend and digmatized. And she stayed in shock by how large he was. She was not expecting that. She never had one that big, but she was proud that she was able to get that done, you know? So after they showered, they had a little bit of pillow talk and they fell asleep. So when they woke up the next morning, unfortunately, Woo-sung had some errands to run. He said, oh, I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. I have some stuff I gotta get done today. So he said he'd see her soon and that he would text her. He kissed her on the lips and he kissed her on the forehead and he left. So now that Leah is alone in her apartment with nothing but her thoughts, she's just reflecting on the night before. The way he touched her, the way it felt, the way he felt, the connection, the intimacy, the way he tasted her. And she knew she wanted this to happen again and again as soon as possible. But she's like, how do I do this and approach this without sounding like a thought or a hoe or a fiend or someone who's very thirsty and desperate, you know? So she was hoping he would bring it up, just like it was his idea to come back to her apartment last night. So she's like, in good time. I'm sure he'll want more soon. But unfortunately, there was a few days that went by where he wasn't even replying to her anymore. And when he did reply, you know, it was like just enough to make it seem like he's not ghosting her, he's just busy. So it was like breadcrumbing a little bit. And another thing that made her feel some type of way is before they had their hookup, they had no problem talking like boyfriend and girlfriend or being flirty or anything like that. But after, he suddenly kind of shut down that sort of talk and that sort of language. Like, oh, you know, we're just friends sort of thing. And she was really hoping that this wasn't about to be some sort of FWB situation where he only wanted that from her. So finally, another 2 damn weeks goes by and he says, hey, we should get together again. The problem is, all he suggested was him going to her place again. He didn't suggest like a date or a movie or some sort of outing, activity, anything like that. So she's like, oh, you just want to come over for that, huh? So she asked him like, can we get dinner first? You know, girls gotta eat. Usung said he already had dinner plans that day, but could come to her house after. Oh, hell no. He said if she wanted to wait for dinner and what comes next, then he would be free like the following weekend. So Leah's very torn because she wants to see him again in any capacity, but at the same time, she doesn't want it to be just that. Like, she felt the connection with him. She found the willpower to turn down the post-dinner, hey, come to my place for some fun. What is all that? What was that? No, actually, what was that? I'm sorry, y'all, I just glitched. Okay, so basically she found the willpower to turn down him coming over just for fun because she didn't want just that. She wanted like a date with him and then the fun. So in the week leading up to their date the following weekend, he wasn't really responding much. Even when Leah would say, hey, are we still on for this weekend? He didn't respond. He left her on red for a while. And then the day before, he's like, yeah, see you soon. Winky, smiley fucking face. I never want to see a winky smiley face for as long as I live. After living in Korea, that emoji is ruined for me. So anyway, Leah's hoping that whatever misunderstanding they seem to have, they can clear up when they meet and see each other in person and can talk face to face. So what's crazy is once they meet up for dinner, he's his normal boyfriend-ish self. Like, he's holding her hand, he's making her laugh, he's acting all cute and cuddly. And she's so confused by like how he can go back and forth between being kind of cold, just wanting some booty, and being like a cute puppy boyfriend type. He was telling her how good she looked, how much he missed her, all the same stuff that she liked to hear from him before. So after seeing things go back to normal, Leah said, hey, what is this, by the way? Like,
what are we doing here? What kind of games we playing?
Usung, to his credit, was honest, and he told her, well, you're not the only girl that I'm like seeing right now, which fair. You know, they have no right to be exclusive to each other. Leah said that. She's like, listen, I can't get mad at him for meeting up with other girls, just like he couldn't get mad at me for wanting to go out with other guys. But Usung did say she is the only one he's sleeping with right now. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's up to you. But at the same time, it's like, if he's going to be honest about seeing other girls, he would probably be honest about sleeping with them too. No sé. So he calmly explains he's not really looking for anything serious right now. And this is a slap in Leah's face because that is not at all the vibe she got from their first pair of hangouts. Both dates, he was very boyfriend. They talked a lot about like goals and what they want from a partner, what they need from a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend shit. So she explains like, that's not the impression I got from you. I thought you were looking for a girlfriend. And he reminds her, you know, you don't live in Korea. You're here temporarily as a teacher. Next year you'll be in Japan. So why would we start anything serious? But she's like, listen, if I met the right person, you know, things can work out. Whether it's long distance, whether I choose to stay a bit longer. Love changes things. Love changes your priorities. So again, Usung is honest. He's like, listen, I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression. I'm happy to keep going on dates with you and having the fun that follows, but I don't really see anything long-term or permanent or serious here. Even after this dinner date that they're having right now, they went back to her place after, and part of her was hoping that it wasn't as good as the first time. Like, that was just like a one-off, you know, it's never as good as the first time, but it was just as good. So it's consistent. So this is where you guys come in. Leah is looking for advice on what to do because while she enjoys her time with him, you know, after hours, she also doesn't want it to be just that. So she's wondering if she should just cut this off before things get too emotionally invested, too deep, Or should she just keep having fun with him while she can for as long as she can? Because it is fun for her too. And while they were together, there was so much intimacy in a way that he held her and possessed her and her body, and she feels convinced that he feels more for her than he's letting on. So what do you guys think? What would you do if you were in this situation? It's still playing out right now, like in real time, and she's hoping to get more perspectives from other people who are unbiased, because she told her friend Megan about all this, but Megan's a bit biased because things didn't work out with Youngjae. She did meet Usung, like she interacted with him a bit, and she's saying just let him go, just forget it, this isn't worth anything, don't entertain it. But she's hoping to get, you know, perspective from people who have nothing invested and are very unbiased. Would you cut it off before feelings get too invested or entangled, or would you have fun and enjoy the mind-blowing sex and maybe see if he comes around one day to wanting a relationship with you? So yeah guys, let me know below what you would do. Give our girl Leah some advice. And Leah girl, thank you so much for sending in this story. Don't worry, we will get to the bottom of this. And if you want more story times like this, you can binge the playlist. It's about to pop up on the end screen. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong.